This bill is being introduced and put forth because we're seeing a vast array of violence in our community. So this is targeting the individual who is willing to commit a crime with a firearm and potentially hurt or kill someone. It's very pointed. It's time that we address the criminal element that use these guns in the commission of felonies. When I've talked about this bill in a lot of situations, they're thinking that if a person commits a crime with a firearm, that they're in jail. And a lot of times they're now hearing that they get out of jail and have been allowed to come out on bail. And they're like, how does that actually happen? And I explained to them it's only one situation that is non-bailable right now. That's a capital offense called murder. And they're like, well, wait a minute, they're letting them out even after they committed the crime with the firearm? And I said, yes, that's exactly what happens. And this is designed to keep them in jail, and maybe we'll see less crimes with firearms once we put this in place. Police departments who up and down the state are very supportive of this. I've been to their meeting and talked to the Delaware Police Chiefs Council about this particular piece of legislation, and they support it. So I like to hear from individuals whether they think this is the right path to take. I believe it is. I believe an individual that uses a firearm, a handgun, whatever they're using, is getting very close to taking an individual innocent life, and then they should be in jail until, again, their court case comes up. I'm hoping that this bill will be widely accepted by both sides of the aisle. It just makes sense that people that are concerned about gun violence and who have introduced bills that restrict the use of firearms or ownership of firearms will see this as a way that we can also maybe target the individual that is the criminal and maybe not focus on the individual that's the law-abiding citizen. I think this will even help the courts regain their reputation. Right now, the reputation in the case of gun violence is that the individual can use a gun or a firearm in the commission of a crime and suffered really no penalty if they haven't harmed anyone. They get right back out. This is targeted to say if that individual commits a crime, commits a felony with a firearm, that they have the potential to hurt or kill someone, we're not going to let you out on bail. You're going to stay in jail until the time of your court case. It is my intention with this bill is not to work it immediately, but to wait to hear some comments and feedback and let it sit until January of 2024 and bring it back for a floor vote.
This proposed constitutional amendment would deny bail to accused felons in Delaware who use guns in commission of those felonies. Now, I see, and I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you're in tune, you probably see a lot of times where you see reports from our local police agencies that they arrest somebody, they are using a gun in the commission of a felony, and they are released on bail. Well, this proposed constitutional amendment would allow judges and the prosecution to deny individuals bail if they use firearms in commission of felonies. You know, we have a problem here in Delaware where there are a lot of crimes that are committed with firearms, but those individuals are already prohibited from using firearms. They've had a felony charge before, they've pled guilty, they have that on their record. They are not of age yet to be able to possess a firearm. Yet they're still possessing those firearms, and they're using those firearms against people. We need to put a stop to that. And if we are continuing the process of releasing these individuals back into the communities while they are awaiting trial and they are continuing to use firearms, this would be a way to stop those individuals from hurting other Delawareans.